Lethal Contingencies. Alan here. So today we're going to be having some fun with some glass breakers. So most of you probably have seen the other previous video where I was shooting those 0.680 to maybe the biggest 681 glass breaker ammunition, right? Well, I got a second batch from a friend of the channel. And thank you, Barry, for sending me another batch. And I was able to, now, just the nature of these glass ammunition, the sizes and the sizes vary a little bit, you know. I mean, you order 684, you're not getting all 684, you know. So I went through the 25 that I received, and out of the 25, I was able to sort them out, and I was able to find 6 that were 683 to 684. Okay, so I have a magazine of 6, and besides measuring them, weighing them out, they do all weigh out to be about 7 grams. Okay, anywhere from 6.8 grams to 7 grams. However, quite a few are actually right on the money, 7 grams. Okay, so in all intents and purposes, 7 grams is what I'm going to call the weight on these, and I'm going to call these 684. Okay, so I also tried them down my 685 stainless steel barrel in my Pistelle X-68, which I'm going to be using to shoot them today, and we'll see how these fare. Now, when I shot the ones that were 680 to 681, the smaller ones, again, they were just about 7 grams, just a little under. Those really performed well. I mean, they were whizzing. They were really whizzing. They performed really well. So it got some of us pretty excited about it. However, I didn't have a means of purchasing them back then. They were gifted to the channel to test with. Since then, if you look at my Tech Talk playlist, that's where you'll find my ammunition weigh-ins, and I have all kinds of ammunition in there that I've tested with, where I weigh them in and I measure them. Well, the one for the glass breakers, I've updated the description field in that little short video, with a good link that I just got, on a link that'll take you directly to purchasing these. Now, keep in mind, you know, these rounds, they're just the nature of them. They're not going to be all 684 or 680. I mean, there is some variance in it. I do believe that you can send them a note if you're interested in purchasing them at a specific size, that you can send them a note and ask for just 684 or 683. Still, I would still check them all, make sure they go down your barrel. Some of them are not perfectly round, so you got to be careful. You got to check them through a ball gauge, paintball gauge, and you got to move them around and check them, and then run them through your barrel too, and make sure that they don't hang up. Anything that hangs up, if you ain't got a bigger bore barrel to shoot them in, I just yard them, get rid of them. That's what I did, because you don't want to mess around getting stuck in your barrel. But these things are slippery little buggers. They do have a really great or a high feet per second rate on these. So we're going to test these again today out of the same gun, 685 barrel, stainless steel barrel. I am going to use my Reaper Suppressor on there just to kind of, give it a little bit more oomph. We'll be shooting with, oh, well, here's the glass ammo right here. I inspected them all. Like I said, I have 6 that I feel pretty confident will be safe. I know they've gone right through the barrel multiple times in different, spinning them different directions. So we're going to shoot these 6. They're not steel, so I'm not going to shoot them under high power. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot it using HPA, but it's going to be my soft 800 regulator, which is really putting out between 7 and 750. More comparable to what you would see from, pressures you'd see from CO2, unless of course your CO2 is sitting in the sun, then you'd see higher pressures, but usually it's somewhere around 700, 750, maybe 800 max. So I'm going to use the high pressure air at 700 PSI. This is one of the smallest 7 CI tanks I have. It's pumped up to excuse me, six, yeah, right. I'd be in trouble. It's pumped up to 3,000 capacity, okay? 3,000 PSI capacity. This is a 3,000 capacity tank. All right, so we're going to spin that on. I'm using an MCS slide check, okay? I'm going to use that. I'm using the Home Defense 24 Short ASA, tuning ASA, with the addition for some additional expansion from this MCS expansion chamber, okay? And then, like I said, it's a 4.5-inch long 685 stainless steel barrel from MCS and an MCS 6-inch Reaper suppressor to finish it off, okay? And then we got a Solarfish green laser. That's what we'll be using. And I'm not even sure what brand this adjustable grip is, but it's going to give me something to hold on to. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to air up the marker. Also, I'm running a new 011 O-ring in here that I'm testing with as well, an orange colored one. Thanks again, Barry, for sending that my way. So I've already installed it in the ASA, and we'll I'll be shooting with that for a while to see what kind of performance we get out of that O-ring. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna have fun, right? We're gonna have some more fun. And I know you'd say it, right? I know you're thinking it at least. This guy's always having fun, right? He's shooting every day having fun. Yeah, some days I have more fun than others. Today I think we're gonna have a lot of fun because we're gonna be shooting some slick ammo here, right? Some of this glass. And, you know, like I said, it comes in 683, 684. Should be a little closer bore match for me. Should be bore matched, actually. It is bore matched. I don't know what I'm saying. I measured it all out. It's bore matched to my 685. So we'll see if we have any increases over the last time that we were messing around with the glass breakers, right? I didn't even remember the name, right? They call them glass breakers. I kept calling them jaw breakers or something. I don't know. Like, don't put them in your mouth, right? Don't put them in your mouth, kids. They're not jaw breakers. They're glass breakers. All right, so we're going to air it up right now. Let's take the 700, what I'm going to call lovingly my 700 tank. Okay. I got a couple new slide check regulators heading my way too. I can't wait to get them. Lower pressures, 850. I don't want to stress these guns out, so I'm not going to be shooting. You're not going to see me shoot 1100 too often, guys. I want to keep these markers a little more reliable and, of course, safe and that sort of thing. Yeah, so, but I don't really want to be shooting 700 all the time, you know. I want to try to keep it 1,000 and under, you know, and try to reduce the wear and tear on the markers and the O-rings. So things will last longer. I've been spending a lot of money on the stuff, so I want it to last. All right, so it's unloaded. And again, I prefer to air my markers or gas my markers unloaded, okay? I've had a few instances where they've dry fired on me, and if there had been ammo in there, it could have got, well, let's just put it this way, things would have got exciting really quick. So we want to avoid that. All right, let's, again, this is the MCS standalone slide check. It can be a little tough to operate sometimes. It'd be nice if it was grippier, like what you get on the slide check regulators, you know, had like some grip to it. But the trick with this here is as you push it forward, try to spin it, push it forward, and it usually works just fine. So let's see. All right, and that did the trick for us. Yeah. All right, she aired up. So good with that new O-ring, that orange 011, orange colored 011. And yeah. All right, she's nice and quiet the way I like her. Until she starts shooting, that is. Then she gets pretty boisterous. All right, so we got that going. I am going to put some air protection on. And I may even try to slip on this eye protection I have over my glasses, just as another layer of safety, since these are, what did they say they're called? Sodium carbonate glass or something. They're pretty tough, but if you don't wear any kind of eyeglasses at all, I do, corrective lenses, definitely put some, you know, you really should be shooting. Anytime you shoot anything, you really should be having eye protection on as well. But I'm not going to tell you your business. I'm just giving you some good advice for safety. Okay. All right, so we only got 6 of these, so it's going to go pretty quick. I'm going to call out the feet per second like I usually do. I don't even know if these things will go over my glasses. Yeah, I guess they will. Ooh, sporty. Yeah, actually, these are some old UVEX. I've had these things for like, in my range bag for like, I don't know, like at least a decade, probably longer. All right, that's good. They do fit over my glasses. All right, they're not the clearest to look through because they've been scratched up sitting in my range bag for years. But yeah. All right, we got the laser on. Okay, we're aired up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the glass breakers. We are loaded up. All right, so these are coming in, like I said, 684 is what we're going to call these. 683, 684. I'll call them 684. 7-gram glass breakers. 700 psi HPA. And let's give them a whirl. All right. Shot 1. 487.3 feet per second. Shot number 2. 490 feet per second. Shot number 3. 491.4 feet per second. Shot number 4. 490.3 feet per second. Should be shot number 5. 486.8 feet per second. And it should be the last one, shot number 6. 481.6 feet per second. Yeah, that ran really good. I gotta say. Pleased with that. I had one kickback at me, that last one, number 6. I'll have to take a look at that and see what condition they're in. Now that first batch of 680 sized ammo, glass breakers, that first batch, it held up really good. I shot it about 3 times. No chipping, nothing I could see, spit it out, deformation. Is that even a word? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that worked out good, and that should have de-aired everything. It probably did, but it's always good to be safe and give this a little turn. Just make sure. All right, so I'm gonna put the empty mag back in there. Yeah, so that worked out really good. Yeah, they held up pretty good. I mean, I was still shooting them, the 6 that I had, and yeah. So this batch I got another 6, but they're a little bit more, bore match to this gun this time. So I think the feet per second's probably much better. Matter of fact, I want to say, I mean, you'll know once I release this video, I'll have the jewels in the video, but I'll have to compare it to the first time I shot the 680 sized ones. But I feel as though I definitely got an increase of feet per second with this batch, this larger batch. Yeah, only had one kind of kick back at me. No big deal. I mean, it kicked out around my legs, and but no glass shooting back at me or anything. Let's take a look at that round, since that's the one that went traveling the furthest. Let's see what kind of condition it's in. Oh yeah, this one took some abuse. I don't know if it hit another one in the box, in the target trap, or if it's from bouncing back out and hitting against the wall. But this one here, I won't be using this one again. Unlike the first batch, this one here, which I think they all stayed in the target trap the first time I was shooting them. But I don't know if you can see, there's like a sliver, clean sliver that came off right there. And then there's a there's a mark here that I'm pretty sure was not on that round before. So, like I said, this one came flying back at me and hit, so it rolled, dragged across the concrete floor, and it stopped against the concrete wall over here. So that could have happened when it came in contact with the wall, or maybe in contact with another round in the target trap. Probably less likely because this is the last one I shot. It came flying back at me. But anyways, enough of that. This one here I'm not going to reuse because I think it's just going to continue to break down on me. So we'll put that one aside. I want to check the other ones though really quick. While I have you guys' attention, I might as well show you. I also want to be careful because if that little sliver's in here, I don't want to get it. Let's see what these other ones look like. We got 3, 4, 5. All right, we got, here's the other 5. This one looks good. I don't see anything wrong with it inside. There's like a little bubble inside, but that was definitely there the whole time. No chipping on this one, no cracking. All right, now these are the ones that did not bounce out of the target trap, okay? So unless they came in contact with each other, which is very possible, they should have fared better. Yep, that one looks good too. Not seeing anything wrong with it. This one here, not seeing anything wrong with that one either. Looks good. And other than some dog hair on it. Yeah, this one looks good too. Let me just check it through the light. No chipping, no cracks, nothing at all that I can see. And another reason why I keep my target trap pretty clean. I mean, I can't control the dog hair. It seems to get everywhere. All right, this one here, there's no chipping, but there are a couple like score marks in the ammo right over here, but I think it'd be safe to reuse that one. So yeah, so 5 out of the 6 fared well. The only one I had a problem with was the one that bounced out of the trap back at me and came in contact with the cement floor and the cement wall and foundation. That was probably where the chipping came from. So I got 5 out of those 6 I can reuse. The other one I'm going to throw in the garbage because I'm not risking that. Yeah, so that's the latest batch of the glass breakers. Okay, and like I said, I'll update the videos. I think I already went back and updated the description field on the video that I was shooting the older video. It now has a link, so if you're interested in purchasing them. The price varies. There is a price there on the link, but my understanding is it varies. It gets a little cheaper if you buy more. Also, if you want a specific size, you can add a note or send them a message and let them know, and maybe they'll go through it first and only send you what you want, if you wanted 684 or 683. Otherwise, you're probably going to kind of get a loose mix of anywhere from 680 to 684 more than likely. So that's what I'm seeing anyways. Yeah, so if you're interested, the links are there to the website. Goodness, I should have wrote down the guy's name. He's got a different name. I think it's well, anyways, I will update this video by the time you see it with the actual website name. But like I said, there'll be a link in the description as well. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. And yeah, more to come. Stay tuned. Peace out.